There's one thing I tend not to waste my time on when it comes to this channel, and that's irrelevant artists. And when I really rack my brain and wonder, can I think of any more of an irrelevant artist as Fergie in 2015? I honestly couldn't. If anyone out there doesn't deserve any sort of recognition this year, it's this person. Everyone will know Fergie as one of the 4 members of the now disbanded group that at one point were good but descended into the realms of utter shit, the Black Eyed Peas. During their lifespan, Fergie tried forging a solo career, dropping one album in 2006, responsible for some of the worst songs ever created, which included London Bridge, Glamorous, and the cringe-worthingly titled Fergalicious. I'm sure there are other horrendous tracks on this album, but I've never felt compelled to listen to it, nor will I ever feel compelled to listen to it, and unsurprisingly, she's released nothing ever since. But now, unfortunately, we find Fergie back, thrust in a song called LA Love in our ears. So, after almost a decade away, has Fergie finally got her act together and given us something worth listening to? Well, actually, of course she hasn't. Fuck this song, because it's fucking stupid. Roping in the talentless DJ Mustard on production, which includes all of the usual tropes of a DJ Mustard track. Just whip out that checklist of yours and go through said tropes and you'll find that they're all there. LA Love proves that Fergie still finds herself incapable of writing anything that has substance or something that shows her as a mature songwriter. This song isn't so much LA Love, more like generic hip hop track with washed up singer, if you can loosely call Fergie that, listing off as many countries, cities or American states as she possibly can in a 3-minute 13-second running time. Verse 1 could be summed up as Fergie urging the listener to tell everyone where she's from, which I honestly couldn't care less, including a possible reference to smoking weed, mentioning West Coast, East Coast and the slums. Just the slums. Don't know where exactly. She never says. And says that she's been to and flown to New York, London, Brazil, Hollywood and Quebec, and that these places have taken effect to quote unquote the Ferg. This is a disease that no one should be afflicted with. Ever. Verse 2 switches from Fergie flying to Fergie driving, saying that she's from the plaques to the and how anyone can get past this piece without shooting themselves is beyond me. She then goes on to say that she's driven through a few American states, then on to London, Jamaica and France, in that particular order, which, 1, geographically that seems extremely inconvenient and bad planning on her behalf, and 2, as if she would drive to these states and countries when she clearly stated in the first verse that she could easily fly to these places. The bridges are virtually similar to the verses, throwing out more countries, cities or states into the mix, and says that she plans on visiting these places sometime soon. People, run for cover, right now. Fergie is coming to you. The chorus is basically everything I've stated previously, all the while ending each line with la la la, because putting any effort into writing a good chorus just isn't in Fergie's repertoire, ending the song with her backing the legalization of weed. And that is LA Love in a nutshell. It sucks. But did you really need some rambling limey to tell you that? No you didn't. With poor lyrics, heard it all before production and vocal delivery that's enough to make your arse prolapse, which includes false accents and mechanical voice effects, what you have is a track that makes you long for the days where you had never heard of Fergie. Ah, those were the days.